Okay, I'm back here. Sorry about that. So the recording is on now. So what we're gonna do next is continue on with the commands. Okay, and let's see here. Okay, so settings. Okay. All right. So now, what do you
Can
want
you make this black screen a little bigger?
even more bigger? Okay. Is that good, or you want it a little bigger?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, good. So now, so I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type unalias Zafar. So what will happen is um, it will remove the alias for you. All right. So okay. So now the next topic we're gonna cover is the editor. What is the editor? It's just a simple notepad where you could put in the text in there. Okay, so I'll show you what editor is. It's called VI editor. So what's gonna happen is let's create a file. So anything you have in there, type ls in there, and you have something like Atlanta, Chicago, right? Go ahead and remove it. rm hyphen rf and asterisk. Delete everything from your folder, and if you do ls, there shouldn't be anything. Okay, so let's create a file. How are we going to create a file? Touch file 1. Okay, and when you type ls, there is a file in there. All right, so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and go into this vi editor and put some content in it. So do vi and then go file 1 and hit enter. Okay, everybody with me? So now
Yes.
a blank screen opens up. So in there, just type, just push the key I as in India, and you will see down on the bottom, you see insert mode. Okay, so when you see insert mode, that means you are editing the file. Give me 1 second here. Now what you could do is start typing in there. This is Linux course. Okay, once you have typed in there, push the escape key on the keyboard. So this is the keyboard here, and escape key is here. You see on the all the way top left, this is the escape key. Okay, go ahead and push that key. And what will happen is, now you don't see insert on the bottom anymore. Okay, so now what we are in is called command mode. All right, now we have to save this document. So what you have to do is hold the shift key and push colon. Okay, so you hold the shift key here, and this is the colon here. 1, 2, the second button from the enter key. Okay, this is colon. Okay, and then type X as in Xerox, small x, and hit enter. So the file gets closed. Okay. Now if you want to read the inside of the file, what you have to do is you have to do cat file1, and you see the file. You see the inside of the content of the file here. Okay, I'm going to pause here for 2 minutes. Everybody is with me?
Yeah. What does cat stands for? Is it is just a
It's a
random
command.
name, or
It's a command.
it's a command?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good question. Cat stands for concatenate.
Okay.
That means
So
concatenate. Okay, it reads the file and displays the output.
okay, it reads what's in the file.
Yeah.
Cat reads. Okay. Whatever we entered in the file one,
Yeah.
cat reads us for that.
Yeah, it reads and
Right?
shows it on the screen here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, now let's go back in there and add a line in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go vi file1. I'll hit enter. So what is gonna happen is this thing has opened up. So now what you do is to type O, letter O on your screen. It opens into a insert mode as well as goes into the second line. Okay, and you could type this is Red Hat Linux. Okay, and I'm going to close this and get out of this. So what I'm going to do, how do I close this? Do the escape key again.
Escape, yeah, and the colon key.
Yeah, shift colon. Yeah, there you go. And then
Then
shift.
enter.
Then X as in Xerox. That means save and exit. All right, now let's do the cat again. There you go. We have 2 lines now. All right, so VI editor. So touch file1. Okay, and then second thing we did was VI and I'm gonna move this out here. So when you do VI, and this is what happened here for you. This is Linux. Okay, and then you went in there and added 2 lines in there, and it says you have this here to 2 lines comes out now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, once you're in VI, go over here, okay, lowercase I is used to go into edit mode, and ESC to go back into command mode. So when you enter the file, you automatically goes into the command mode. And then what you do is shift plus colon, and then you type a little X to save and exit. Alright, that's it. So this is very simple. You save and exit and you get out of there. And you do the same thing again. You repeat one more time. Whenever you go in there, if you doing any edits, anything, you do the same thing. Now we're gonna go in there, but we're gonna quit without making any changes. So I did this. Oh, okay, I don't need to make changes here. How do you quit? Shift Escape Q. Okay, Shift Escape Q to quit the file without saving. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting in here ESC. All right, give me one moment here.
Isn't it escape and then shift colon then X?
I could hear you, but your sounds far away.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
You said you said shift escape then Q.
no. So do the escape first. Okay, so you don't see insert down on the bottom. Okay, then do the shift and colon. That way it will down on the bottom it will go into the command mode, and then to type X as in Xerox to save and exit. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna copy from my previous document. Okay, so what we did now is we went into the document and we just looked at it, and make sure you push the escape key even though it's not in the command mode. Just push the escape key, shift colon and Q as in queen, and hit enter. So what happens is it goes in there and gets out of there. Okay, let's go back in there again, and I put in some line here. I'm going to say this is wrong line. Okay, and oh, okay, I realized I don't want to put anything in there. I don't want to save. So what you have to do is, if you want to quit without saving, you have to go shift colon again and type Q as in queen and an exclamation. Okay, and hit enter. What will happen is it won't save anything, whatever the edit you did, and it quits without saving. That's what it's called. Okay, it's called quits discarding the changes if you have edited the file. Okay, all right, let's go back in there again.
So basically, it's the Q for getting out without saving it, and then the X is getting out with saving it.
Save and exit, yeah. And
Okay, and the
then,
Q is just without saving, right?
yeah, and if you have made changes and you want to save save, you don't want to save and quit. If you had made changes but you don't want to save it, Q and colon. Okay,
Okay. All right.
yeah, you just have to practice it few more times here. And these are the few more basic things here I'm going to demonstrate here. So now we have YY here. What is the YY saying is copies the line where the cursor is. Okay, so let's go back in there. Let me clear the screen. And I'm going to go into VI file 1. And for some reason, why is this showing here? Is this showing you guys highlighted also? Linux?
No.
Okay, let me just quit. I'm going to exit and then I'm going to go back in there again. Let me do something here. Okay, so 75 dot. What is it? 75.91?
57.5.
Yeah, 57.9.
95.5.
Oh, it's a wrong IP. It's 71 actually. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do vi file 1. It's still showing that. I don't know why. Alright, I'll deal with it here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to learn the command YY. So it says copies the line where the cursor is. So my cursor is in line 1. Okay, also before that, let's work on this one here. Okay, so push escape, then do shift colon and type their set number, set number, number, and hit enter. So what will happen is it will enable the line number here. Okay, so right now I'm on line 1. So I'm going to copy YY 2 times. So on the keyboard, just push YY. You don't see anything on the screen though. And then you come down here on the line 2 and just put P as in puppy. So what happened here is it pasted line 1 as line 3. Okay. Did you guys do that?
Yes.
Very good. Now, go ahead and push one more time. So if you keep pushing it P each time, what will happen is it's going to keep pasting it onto the next line.
If you press P?
P as in Papa.
Okay. Okay.
So it will continue going down next line and pasting it. Now if you want to save and exit, what is the command for save and exit? Shift colon X.
Shift colon, yeah.
Alright, now if I do cat file 1, then I have all these lines in there. Okay, alright, let's go back in there again. And I'm going to enable number again, set number. Alright, so I want to delete line 4. Okay? What I have to do is I have to push D 2 times on the keyboard. There you go. Line 4 is deleted. It actually went up, but it deleted line 4. If you want to delete line 5, push DD on the keyboard. It deletes the line 5. Okay, did you get it? Okay, good. Now D actually DD. The two D's together deletes the line where cursor is at. Okay? Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go open new line here. I'm going to say this is Red Hat Linux course. Okay, and what I want to do is, I typed this line here, but if I want to do is, I want to undo it. So what you have to do is push the U on your keyboard. So what it did was, whatever action it did from the last time you entered the VI editor, it will undo it for you. Okay, let's do this here. This is Red Hat course. This course is fun. This is exciting. Okay, and what I want to do is, I want to undo it. Okay, so this is different from quitting without saving. This is just undoing it while you're still being in there. All you have to do is just push U as in umbrella on the keyboard, and it will undo everything for you. And if you want to save and exit, quit X, and you get out of there.
Sorry, how do you do the set
It's
number?
not working for me. Like, if I press U, it's just adding as one more line.
No,
Word.
push escape. Escape out of it.
Okay, then you have to press escape, then U.
Yeah, you have to come into the
Okay.
command mode. Is it working?
Yeah. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Sufyan. Colon, set number. Are you there?
You said colon then set number?
Yeah. Look down on the bottom of this black screen. Colon
Uh-huh.
and type set space number to enable the numbering. Is that what you want, right? You want to enable the numbering?
Yeah, but when I type it, it just types in the it types it in the line and it stays at insert.
Yeah, push escape.
Okay.
Now insert is gone.
Yeah, insert is gone.
Okay. You want to enable the numbering, right? Line numbering.
Yeah.
Okay. Now push shift and colon. The colon will appear on the down on the bottom. Okay. Now
All right.
type set space number.
Okay.
Now you want to escape. Either I want to save and exit, or you want to just quit. It's up to you.
Okay, and then you press double Y to copy. This is Red Hat Linux.
Yeah, you do double Y. Go back in there, and you do like double Y. Let me enable set number. And I want to copy line 2. So make sure your cursor is on line 2, and you do YY couple times, and then I want to paste it below line 4. So all you have to do is P. How many times you want, just push P. It will paste it for you. Okay, now I'm gonna save and exit. And now let me go and in there, and if you want to search for a pattern, okay, so what you have to do is shift colon and then type in there course, COURSE, and hit enter. No, what you have to do
For
is,
me, it's saying not an editor command.
yeah, no, I gave the bad information. You have to type a slash actually.
Slash. Okay.
So colon slash, then type course, COURSE, and hit enter. What happens is it will jump to the file where it's looking for. Okay, I'm getting hit the search button, and then hit enter to continue. Okay. So what it's doing is it jumps to the line where the course is, and the word course is highlighted there. And then if you want to go to the next search item, wherever the next course is, push enter. Okay. All right, hold on. Slash course and hit enter. And if you want to go to the next search item in there, you push N and it goes to the next line here. So down on the bottom here, you see 4:15. That means that's line 4, and then the course starts at the character 15. Push N as in Nancy on the keyboard, it will go to the first search on the top. Push it again. You see down on the bottom here, let me get annotation here.
Now the course got highlighted. So
Yeah, it got highlighted.
yeah. So what? How do we come out of it?
Yeah, give me just a moment. I'm still explaining. So right now, over here you see line 4 character 15. So this is what it's referring to, line 4 character 15. Okay, and if I type N on the keyboard, okay, all right. Okay, if I type N, it goes to the next available. So over here, line 3 character 15. So it goes here. Okay, it went to line 3. And then if you push N again, it's saying, so it start from 1, 3, and 4. So it's jumping around all the searches here. All
So
right.
the N is just for next, right?
Yeah, it jumps to next. That's what it is. Very good. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this content here. I'm going to put a clean content here and let's see what happens.
For me, I don't know what I did. I got a space between line 1 and 4. There is nothing written in 2 and 3. I'm gonna erase the 2 and 3, but I'm not able to do it. I'll just take a picture and just send you.
So what you do is the line numbering on? Is like your line number is on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just push escape and use the cursor to go to that line and push delete. Double D on the keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah, so go, you're already on line 2. So push DD, it will delete that for you. Is it working? Are you there?
Yes. Yes, I got it.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to find an item and replace it with another item here. So what I'm gonna do is, so we have Linux here, right? And we have Red Hat. So what I'm gonna do is, anywhere we have Linux here, I'm gonna replace it with something else. So what I'm gonna do is shift colon. You have to type like a percentage sign, S as in Sam. So what it's doing is search Linux, and then I'm gonna replace with IBM. IBM. So what is gonna happen here is, uh, the system over here, you're looking on the bottom of the screen, right? Still. So
Yeah, so all the
So,
this is Red Hat Linux will turn into this is Red Hat IBM.
yeah. So this is gonna be search.
so IBM have to be uppercase.
No, I'm just putting it for the demo.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna search for Linux, and then it's gonna replace with IBM. With IBM.
So basically, just search for what you want to change and then slash with what you want to change it with.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
So now what I'm gonna do is, okay. So if I do hit enter here, wherever the Linux is, all those will be gone and replaced with IBM. There you go. Do you see right in front of your eyes? Wherever Linux was there, it's replaced with IBM now. Okay. All right. So any questions now? All right. No questions. Give me 1 second here. I want to show bookmarks. Okay, good. Now let me just copy the screen and put it there. Okay. We'll take a break soon here. Give me one moment. Okay, so here. Okay, so this part is clear, right? So these are the very basic ones here, and these are the ones you would use it. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I have the whole list of other commands. You should try it on your own. Okay, please do that. And this week I'm gonna give you a very good homework here. So if you complete the homework, that way we know you are on track. And please stay focused, because this is really good here. A lot of big corporations, they're looking for people with Linux skills here. Okay, so the other ones
So,
are self-explanatory. Copy, replace, just play around with this, and
so
then
whatever
let me know.
we are learning, we are learning here, that's what
Hello.
you have in the job, or is it going to be a total different from this?
Okay. So whenever you have chance, go ahead and go through all these things here. It's self-explanatory. Okay, but the one I showed you will get you off. Okay, make sure you practice the one I showed you today, because this is going to be really important and you will need this. All right, let's get out of this here. Let me actually. Okay, now moving along. So we have seen cat. So I have file 1 here, right? So if I do cat file 1, I see the content of the file. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to let's learn about a redirector here. So there are three kinds of redirector. I'll explain you what a redirector is. Can in general English terms, what does redirect means? Anybody?
Moves you from one place to another.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. So like traffic, like if traffic is going from, if there is a detour, you're redirecting the traffic from, it's flowing in one direction to another direction here. So what I'm going to do is, I have this here, it's called redirectors. The first one starts with 0, 1 and 2. So the first one, the one that starts with 0, it's represented with a less than sign, and it's called standard input. And the one that starts with 1 and it's represented with greater than sign, and it's called standard output. And 2 is represented with 2 greater than sign, and it's called standard error. Okay, so let's see here. What did we do here? We did cat file 1. In the background, what is happening here is, it's actually taking the standard input here. So how is that working? Cat 0 less than sign and file 1. So in Linux, what it's doing is, in old days, like in early 80s or early 90s, if you want to read a file, you're supposed to be putting this in here. But what they did was, it's built in now. And you hit enter. It's doing the same exact function as cat file 1. Okay? Everybody clear on that? So this is called standard input. So we are telling cat, when we telling input means we are giving cat the file name. So we're telling cat to read this file.
What is the purpose of putting the 0 and less than sign then, when we can do it with just cat file 1?
I'm explaining you, it's happening in the background. Is actually, this is what is happening in the background. Okay? Input file. When you do this, this is what is happening in the background. Did you get it?
So is the cat 0 file 1 basically the input that we put in?
Yeah, but we are, I mean, the system is doing this. System is doing this, okay, in the background.
Yeah, so the
When
0
you do
shows
this in the background, it's running actually this command. Did you get it?
yes.
It's just simple here. So when you are saying cat the file, it's actually taking that file input and running it in the background for you. All right, so let
So
me.
is this also the difference that cat is only for us to read, and then 0 less than sign is for running it in the background for others also?
No, it's the system is doing that for you.
Okay.
It's not for others. The system is doing it for you.
Okay.
So this phenomenon is called standard input. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to learn about standard output. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Okay, so now okay, so what is going to happen now is standard output. How do I'm going to explain that. Just listen carefully here. So what is going to happen is these are called redirectors. Anyway, you are redirecting it. That means earlier when we do cat, and then you're redirecting file 1 into cat, so it's going to give the standard output. Okay, I'm sorry, we're going to give the standard input, and it's going to give this as a standard input, but the cat program is giving you output, standard output on the screen. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we have this we learned echo command, right? Can somebody tell me what echo command is?
It's the same thing you type.
It repeats whatever you
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
It repeats again.
Yeah, very good. So echo, it repeats everything whatever you type except what echo itself. I'm going to say echo this is fun course and I'll hit enter. So the standard output is this one here. Echo this is one and this is the output here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the same line here and I'm going to do 1 greater than sign, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to this time around, this is a redirector now. I'm redirecting the traffic. Instead of this traffic showing up on my screen, I'm going to send it to the file. So I'm going to say file 2. So what is going to happen is echo this is fun course is now going to be on the hold on, give me 1 minute here, I'm getting a call.
Your screen is frozen too.
My screen is frozen? Okay.
Black screen, yes.
Okay, I'm back. So what's going to happen is echo this is fun course, and what will happen is I'm going to give 1 greater than sign, and it's going to go, the output is going to go into file 2, and at the same time if the file 2 doesn't exist, the system will create one for you. Okay, it's not that complicated. It kind of look complicated here, but it's not that complicated, believe me. So let me walk you through those steps again.
So if you want to go in any file, you have to go through vi, right?
Not necessarily. If you just want to view the content, you could do cat and vi too. If it's a very long file, if it has like thousands of lines, couple hundred lines or whatever, then you could go into vi and review it. Or you could do cat too if you want. There are some steps coming up. I'll show you how those things work. Then you could do it. So this is output here, right? This is what we give the input, and the output is coming here on the screen. Screen output. Now we say echo. This is the course. Now what we're doing is one greater than sign. Instead of showing on the screen, send this to file 1.
Sent to file 1 or file 2?
File 2. So now when we cat file 2, what will we see in file 2? This is fun course. That's all going to see. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to do cat file 2 and hit enter. There you go. Now what we did was we created a file and we put something in there at the same time.
Yes, your screen is not working again. It's hanged.
Is it?
No, it's working now.
Okay. All right. Anybody else is having problem?
No, we are fine.
Okay. Sufyan, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I didn't hear you, but you must be okay.
I'm good.
Okay, good. Now, there are a few more things I'm going to show you. Let me put this in here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say cat file 1 and double arrow file 2. When I do double arrow, what's going to happen is file 2 already have a line in there, right? Everybody agree file 2 already have a line.
Yes.
So what will happen is everything in the content of file 1,
That is appending, right?
yeah, it appends. That means it get added to content of file 1 is redirecting to file 2. When we do cat file 1, it shows on the screen, right? Instead, it's going into the file 2. That's all is called redirect. That's why we are using it. That's why we are using the term redirect. Instead of showing this to me on the screen, send it to some other place. So let me take the screenshot and I'm going to put it in the document.
If I press enter, it says no such file or directory.
What are you using? Cat?
Yeah, cat file 1 greater than sign, then file 2.
Okay, so did you delete
Did you?
file 1?
Oh no. So you have to delete file 1?
No, don't delete. Just do ls. Is file 1 there?
Yes.
File 1 is there?
Yeah.
What about file 2?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
file 2 is also there.
okay, so cat space file 1, then 2 greater than sign, then space file 2.
Yeah. No, oh, I was doing something else on another page, so that I guess both of them mixed up. So that's why it's
Okay,
missing up.
okay, yeah, I know. You gotta be a little bit careful here. And then if I hit enter, and then let me get rid of this annotation here. Now when I do cat file 2, I'm gonna see this line as well as these 3 lines, 5 lines, whatever. However many lines I have is gonna go below this line here in file 2. Cat file 2. There you go. Here's the original line for cat file 2, and then at the same time it's adding this file in here. What if you do only 1 greater than sign? What will happen? Anybody have a wild guess? If you do this, everything inside file 2 would be gone. It will be replaced only whatever you have on file 1. File 2.
So you mean to say that from file 2 it's gone everything back to file 1
No.
with 1 greater than sign?
No. From file 1 to file 2. So whatever we have inside file 1 is going to remove everything inside file 2 and put everything what was inside file 1. So I did cat file 2, and see this is fun course, that one is gone. Only this is what it's replaced here, because this is what it's inside file 1. Single greater than sign will replace the content. Okay, everybody with me so far? All right, who has a confusion here? All right, no confusion means let's move on. Okay, stop me here, okay?
1 second. What single less than sign is
No, greater than,
redirecting
not
the
less than.
contents from,
You have
yeah,
to be
no,
careful.
I just want to get clarified, so I'm going through again. So less than sign, single less than sign is like putting all the content from one file to another file.
No.
It's redirecting.
No, this is
This is greater than sign, I know. So
greater.
it's reversing back then.
Yeah, from file 1 it's going into file 2.
The greater sign also.
No.
The same thing we did with the less than sign, right?
No, it's not the same thing. Same thing with the less than sign is if
The,
you're doing
the
cat.
input, standard input less than sign, didn't it put all the content from file 1 to file 2?
No, this is standard input, but this is standard output, and we are on output, not input.
Okay. So what's the difference between input and output? Can you explain one time, please?
Okay. Cat 0 greater than file 1. Okay. So we are using the cat command to read the file, and this is the input source. Which source are we using?
So the sign has to be less than, right? Not greater than.
Yeah, don't worry about that. This is, I'm explaining you, this is happening in the background.
Okay.
Okay, normally in old days you have to put this as 0 greater than, but in the newer times you don't have to do that. For standard input, where are you taking the input from? You're taking the input from here, cat bad file descriptor. Why is it saying that? Okay, so it got erased actually. Hold on, let me. Cat 0 and less than sign actually.
I think there's no more file 1 because you put it all in file 2.
Okay, now let me explain her. She has a input file, standard input problem. So, okay, what do we do? If we do cat and hit enter, nothing is happening, right? It's just
Yes.
waiting there. Now, what I'm going to do is cat. Now we need a source. We need, cat reads the file, right? So we need to tell which file to read. So we're giving the file the input. Normally what we do is you just have to do this here. Cat file 1, it does this. It's actually in the background, it's doing this here. 0 less than in the background. I'm just explaining you. In the
Okay.
background, it's this is the same thing as this. Okay, let me clear the
Yeah.
screen. Now, okay, if we do this here, what is this part called in general terms? What is this part called?
The output.
Output. Very good. Now what we're gonna do is, or you could do this too. We're gonna is saying read file 1 and now send this to. Okay, look, this is the less than sign and this is the greater than sign. Okay,
Yeah.
we are sending the directory, we are sending the traffic to file 2. So instead of coming up on this screen, it went into
Okay.
file 2.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to worry about the error. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do ls slash home and I do hit enter. No, I actually do this here. ls slash home and then I'm going to do slash asterisk. So this command, what is this command doing? It's reading the file into slash home directory. Don't worry about this, but I'm telling you this. And it created an error here. Okay, you do not have so we have like so many errors coming up that says you do not have permission. So what I want to do is I don't care about the errors. I just want to see something which doesn't show me the error on the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter out all the errors here. I don't want to see the errors. I just want to see the good information. Two greater than. So I have so many errors here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look in here. Which ones are error and which one is not an error?
I don't see any, just not an error.
Okay, so this part is not an error. Anything that says permission denied is an error.
Oh, the blank space.
Yeah, this space is not error.
Oh, okay, okay.
And last
I
two
learned
and
that.
everything else about this is not is an error. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear the screen and I'm gonna bring that command again. Now what I'm gonna do is 2 greater than, and I'm gonna do file 3. Okay, so what the system did is it cleared out all the errors and it's just giving the good information here. And where did all the errors went? All the errors went into the file 3. If I cat file 3, I'll see nothing but all the errors
Error.
in there. So standard this is used for filtering out the error messages. So you can see only the good output. Okay, so let me get rid of this in the second line. Normally we don't save the errors. We don't care about errors. We want to send it to the garbage place. Okay, so what will happen is if we run this command here, all the errors are gonna go into the file here. Okay, my iPad died here. Normally what we do is, all right, let me just put this here. All the errors are filtered to file 3. Okay, but in reality, you don't really care. You don't want to keep the errors into file 3. So instead of that, what you do is you do /dev/null. /dev/null is a black hole. It just goes, everything goes in the dark place and nothing is available for you. So you get rid of this /dev/null. So when you run this command here, um, I'm gonna put down pound used for discarding messages. Okay, instead of showing up on the screen here, you're filtering it out and you don't want to see the garbage information you don't care about, and it's gone. Okay, any questions regarding this? All right, I think I'm gonna stop here. Next week we'll pick up where we stop, and then we'll go from there. So what I'll do is, as soon as I'm done here, I will upload the recording